With the projects, we're hoping to think about how innovation can help sustainability in the food chain and how policy can be sort of changed and implemented to help that too. So we're hoping at the end of the peer review, after all the information is gathered by our experts, that we'll have some recommendations from them which can help us put forward ideas to change policy to make food more sustainable in the food chain.
I'm looking forward to see the Green Papa's or Grandpapa's business, and I also want to see that special cafe which is reusing food waste in making accessible food.
Showing our guests some of the great work that's going on in Greater Manchester.
Contrast, so what we can learn from this institution, and what probably they can learn from us as well.
Well, we visited the Growth Hub today. Excellent place because I haven't been to a business development office like this. I used to work at an innovation center, which also helps with business development, but not so specifically in the way that these guys help companies grow. So that was really interesting for me to see. I think it can be applied to different places in the world, especially where I'm working now, which is in the Netherlands today.
I'm impressed, and I'm also very impressed of their good practices that we were introduced today. I think the Recipes for Success is a good model to be replicated.
Yeah, the Recipe for Success programme is aimed at small to medium-sized businesses, and it's about identifying the barriers to growth, or for want of a better word, the glass ceilings. And it's a series of workshops and masterclasses, and also one-to-one support, which enables a company to take an idea or a concept and to grow with it.
I think the visit to the Growth Hub is very helpful for our region. The organisation is very supportive for businesses who want to grow, who want to create new jobs and have a better turnover. It's important for this region, perhaps more in the processing and consumption. In our region we are more focusing on production.
They will be having a lunch made from surplus food, that's junk food essentially, that's been taken out of supply chains because it's past its sell-by date. And there's a company across the road, Real Food Junk Cafe, who provide lunches to the public using this produce. So I'm looking forward to seeing the look on their faces when they try.
I thought it was fantastic. Corinne Bell, who's a director of the Manchester Real Junk Food Project, is an incredibly passionate and knowledgeable person, and it's really lovely to hear from her and what drives her and what she thinks is important. And it's fantastic that the cafe is a place which is accessible to everyone to enjoy, and uses food that would otherwise have been wasted. So it's sort of it's addressing different issues as part of one project, which is fantastic.
We're visiting Stockport this afternoon, and there are some initiatives there that hopefully will give them an idea about the kind of good work that's going on here, so they can learn and make the policy recommendations for.
I think food enterprise is important, mostly because it stimulates economic, regional, local, national and international growth. So that's something that's important to me also. So finding the best ways to connect different entities in the supply chain. Food enterprise stimulates economic growth, especially when you're thinking about local community.
Only the 2 days since we are here, I think it's an ongoing opportunity for the economic development of the region.
Merge is a group, it's now a charity, a registered charity. We're an operating partner for FareShare Greater Manchester, and FareShare takes surplus in-date food from the food industry nationally, and here in Manchester we get a decent portion of it. We managed 1,000 tonnes of food last year, and we're very keen to work with partners right across the UK, right across the Northwest, but also in Europe, to try to see what extra food can be accessed. We're also quite keen to talk to farmers and producers to see whether there's a way that anything that becomes surplus could be donated in. That in turn will help people in organisation, through the organisational members, it will help people who are suffering in terms of food poverty and poverty in general.
Support for businesses such as the likes of Grandpa Greens is really important, and it's what's at the heart of what the Business Growth Hub does. We have a huge amount of expertise in different teams, different areas, from resource efficiency, accessing finance, manufacturing, digital and tech, and my team, which is the growth advisors who look at particularly growth strategies and how to diversify, how to grow. And it's really important for companies to think about their diversification and their growth plans, because this is an ever-changing world, it's an ever-changing environment. We need to be really, really progressive to actually make it in this economic climate and survive. But more than survive, we're looking for companies to grow, to prosper, to expand, to create new jobs, to increase their turnover, to create new products. And Grandpa Greens is a great example of one of those businesses that have done that.
We find that as a small business, support is immensely important. We found that working with the Business Growth Hub has helped us grow as a business and me grow as a person as well. The advice that we've been offered has been highly valued, and it's opened a lot of doors for us in places that in another situation we wouldn't know how to handle certain environments, and like I say, yeah, it's really benefited us. The doors that have been opened for us and the opportunities we've had has just allowed the business to become much more stable within the environment.
It's really important to think about sustainability in our food system. It's important for the environment. For instance, food waste is a huge issue. Every time we produce food, put lots of resources, water, energy into it. Every time we throw it away, we're essentially wasting those resources. For the society as well, sustainability isn't just about the environment, it's about people.